We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
The I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast presents Pure Macabre's MICH Mash with your host, Leah Stalker.
I'm so glad you're here. I like it spooky.
Welcome to Pure Macabre's MICH Mash, presented by the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast. I'm your hostess, Leah Stalker, here to shine a light on the haunted happenings of Michigan. It's Saturday, July 13th, and you know what that means. The 4th of July has already passed, which means the next major holiday is Halloween. It's spooky season, Mitten Monsters. We made it. To celebrate, I've got some great events coming soon, very soon, to Michigan. So, without further delay, let's get into it. First up, this event is coming in hot. And if you're listening to this episode on its release date, it's happening tomorrow. But you're not going to want to miss this. It's the annual summer edition of Yardsaleapalooza on Sunday, July 14th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Commonwealth Commerce Center in Jackson, Michigan. We all love a good yard sale. Most of us are dirt poor since we spend all of our money on horror and Halloween goodies. So catching a great deal at a yard sale is always a thrill. The problem is that I don't want to have to travel all over multiple cities to find them. That's where Yardsaleapalooza comes in. It's over 120 yard sale booths set up in one location, and it's free to attend. And when they say yard sale, they mean it. People will be bringing in their yard sale goods, setting up shop, and marking prices as they see fit. It's just like any standard run-of-the-mill yard sale, except turned up to 11. Running down the list of spotlight vendors, I've seen clothing for both children and adults, toys, electronics, DVDs, CDs, 3D printed art, craft supplies, home decor, nursing scrubs, household items, glassware, vinyl records, dishes, vintage decor, antiques, porcelain dolls, fingers crossed that they're haunted, books, yarn, retro furniture, purses. Honestly, the list goes on and on. We all know the joys of searching through items at a yard sale, and you know how this goes. In addition to the standard yard sale booths, there will also be some vendors and crafters. One of my favorites, Twisted Critters, will be there, so make sure you stop by to say hi to them. I also want to give a special shout out to Mushroom for Art. They're a friend of the podcast, and their booth is going to be packed with custom paint kits, wedding decor, stamps, clothing, handmade jewelry, handmade mushroom art, camping gear, and you can even sign up for a paint and pour party. I know we're all counting down until it's fall, but if we have to sweat our way through the summer, we might as well do it right. And nothing says summertime to me like a yard sale. For more details about this event and a full list of booth spotlights, you can follow them on Facebook at Yardsaleapalooza. You can also just type in Yardsaleapalooza.com. It'll take you directly to their Facebook page. That's Yardsale, APALOOZA, Yardsaleapalooza. June might be over, but Pride is never ending. So we've got the Hi Gay, Sashay, You Slay Market, a holiday Pride Market event on Saturday, July 27th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Affirmations LGBTQ+ Community Center in Ferndale, Michigan. We all adore June, Pride, and the events that come along with it. But I love the Sashay You Slay Market because it shows that we should be supporting the LGBTQ+ community all year round, not only for 1 month. And the focus should always be on queer and ally artists along with their small businesses instead of massive corporations that might only pull out their rainbow flags once a year. There will be over 25 artists present for you to come out and support with a wide variety of mediums and subjects. There will be something for everyone. And while this event is open to everyone, just be aware that some of the vendors might be carrying items with some adult themes. For more details about this event, future events, a full rundown of all of the artists you can expect to see, and more details about the Affirmations LGBTQ+ Community Center in general, check them out on goaffirmations.org or follow them on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Go Affirmations. Finally, it's the big one. Earlier in the month on Pure MICabre, I asked everyone what events they would be attending and vending during the month of July, and this one came up a lot. But when you think of Michigan and you think of a horror event, this is usually going to be the first thing that pops into your head. Have you figured it out yet? It's none other than Motor City Nightmares Horror Expo and Film Festival at the Novi Sheridan in Novi, Michigan on Friday, July 26th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., Saturday, July 27th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday, July 28th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is the place to submerge yourself fully into the world of horror and let your freaky flag fly with your fellow like-minded weirdos. If it has to do with horror, it's going to be at Motor City Nightmares. There will be a ton of vendors, including our very own Clint of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast running the MIcabre booth. Make sure you stop by and say hi. You can also check out the Motor City Nightmares International Film Festival, celebrating the latest and greatest contributions of independent horror, sci-fi, fantasy, and thriller films from around the world. But the big draw of attending Motor City Nightmares would have to be all those big-name guests that will be in the building. There are too many to name them all, so I'm going to play favorites and list off a couple that really caught my eye. Tyler Mane from Halloween, Halloween 2, X-Men, and the soon-to-be-released Deadpool Wolverine movie. William Forsythe from Halloween, Raising Arizona, and The Devil's Rejects. The lovely Naomi Grossman from American Horror Story Freak Show and American Horror Stories. Hannah Hall from Halloween, Forrest Gump, and The Virgin Suicides. Dave Sheridan from Scary Movie, Ghost World, and The Devil's Rejects. Stephen Williams from It, The X-Files, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday, and Supernatural. And of course, Tom Savini. We're talking Dawn of the Dead, Friday the 13th, Machete, and From Dusk Till Dawn. Hello? Okay, so my list was a little longer than I expected, but I love so many of the guests attending Motor City Nightmares this year. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. Honestly, I've only scratched the surface of this massive event. If you really want the down low insider info all about the 2024 Motor City Nightmares, you need to check out the bonus episode of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast coming out Sunday, July 14th. Join in as Clint and Brian take a trip into your nightmares and interview Dan of Motor City Nightmares. They discuss the ins and outs of conventions and highlight the amazing show that is Michigan's longest-running horror convention. For more details about this event, guests, vendors, photo ops, and more, check out MotorCityNightmares.com. You can also follow them on Instagram at motor_city_nightmares or on Facebook at Motor City Nightmares. All right, darlings, let's have a moment for a little station identification and hear from our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
While my time is coming to a close, have no fear. We've got plenty more blood-curdling content for you to get your ears on. The I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast main feature episodes with Clint and Brian will always be coming at you bi-weekly on Sundays. And don't forget to check out that bonus episode dropping tomorrow, July 14th. It's everything you need to know about Motor City Nightmares. On the first Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of each month, Brian hosts Appendages, episodes to highlight horror on the free streaming services, Crackle, Redbox, Popcorn Flicks, and Tubi. If that wasn't enough, on the third Tuesday of each month, you can tune in to Indie Spotlight, where Clint, Brian, and myself will be bringing you our take on indie movies, comics, authors, music, and much more. Make sure you tune in to Indie Spotlight this month because we have an interview with local celebrity Dead Fred. If you're looking for more MICH Mash and me, I'll be back bi-weekly on Saturdays to let you know what's up and everything going down here in Michigan. You can also find Pure MICabre on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, where I post about upcoming events, local haunts, and more happening in Michigan. Until next time, keep exploring, my fellow mitten monsters.